मागल्या काही व्हिडिओ लेक्चरमध्ये आपण व्हेक्टरचे ॲडिशन शिकलो, ज्याच्यामध्ये ट्रायंगल लॉ ऑफ व्हेक्टर ॲडिशन आणि पॅरलोग्राम लॉ ऑफ व्हेक्टर ॲडिशन सांगितला. आजच्या व्हिडिओ लेक्चरमध्ये आपण मल्टिप्लिकेशन ऑफ व्हेक्टर्स पाहणार आहोत. In this video, we will start with multiplication of a vector. One thing that is to be remembered is that product of scalar with a scalar is a scalar quantity. Product of scalar with a scalar is a scalar quantity. This is the thing that is to be remembered. Multiplication of a scalar with a vector is a vector which is different than that of the vector in the product. Product मध्ये असलेल्या वेक्टर पेक्षा गुणाकारानंतर येणारा वेक्टर वेगळा असेल. As an example, mass is a scalar quantity, acceleration is a vector quantity. Product of mass and acceleration is a force which is different from that of mass and acceleration. Product of mass and velocity is momentum. Mass is scalar, velocity is a vector, and momentum is a vector which is different from mass and velocity. Mass into acceleration is a force. The direction of a force is such that it is the direction of acceleration. Magnitude of a force is mass times that of the magnitude of acceleration. Mass times that of the acceleration. Similar to that, mass into velocity is momentum. The magnitude of momentum is magnitude of mass times that of the magnitude of velocity, and the direction of momentum is same as that of direction of velocity, but momentum is different from that of the velocity. Therefore, product of scalar with a vector is a vector which is new one, and its magnitude is the magnitude of a scalar times that of the magnitude of a vector. Then product of vector with a vector may be a scalar quantity, or it may be a vector quantity. Product of vector with a vector may be a scalar quantity. As an example, you may take the product of force and displacement is a work. Therefore, the product of force, which is a vector, and displacement, which is also vector, product of vector with a vector is a scalar quantity. Or instead of that, if product of vector with a vector is a vector quantity, then it is said to be a vector product. And in this we will take an example, vector r cross vector f is equal to vector tau. The product of momentum and the force is a torque. Therefore, product of vector with a vector may be a scalar quantity, or product of vector with a vector may be a vector quantity if product of vector with a vector is a scalar quantity, then it is said to be the scalar product of vectors, or it is said to be the dot product of vectors. And if product of vector with a vector is a vector quantity, then it is said to be a vector product of vector. Let us consider there are two vectors, vector p and vector q. The angle between the two vectors is equal to theta. Then the scalar product or the dot product of two vectors, vector p dot vector q, is equal to product of magnitude of two vectors and cosine of smaller angle between them. Therefore, scalar product of two vector is a scalar quantity whose magnitude is equal to product of magnitude of two vectors and cosine of smaller angle between them. Theta is the smaller angle between the two. Scalar product of two vectors is a scalar. It is a scalar quantity. It has magnitude only, and its magnitude is equal to product of magnitude of two vector and cosine of angle between them. Now we will see the characteristics of scalar product of vectors. The first characteristic of scalar product of vectors. Now the scalar product of two vectors, it can be explained in another way. Now let us consider a perpendicular is drawn from the vector end point of vector q from p on p. This is the perpendicular drawn on vector p, and this is again one vector. Let the foot of the perpendicular, let it is considered as m. This is O. This OM is a component of vector Q. Vector OM is component of vector Q along P. What OM is? OM is, here OM is component of Q. If I take the two rectangular component, one will be along P and other will be perpendicular to the P. And the adjacent component is the cos component. Therefore, this OM is component of Q along P, and this component has a magnitude of vector OM is equal to Q cos theta. Magnitude of OM is Q cos theta. From this, what I am able to write here is that vector p dot vector q is equal to p into q cos theta. What q cos theta is? Q cos theta is component of q, component of vector q along vector p. Therefore, the first characteristic can be stated like this: the scalar product of two vector is the product of magnitude of one of the vector and the component of another vector in the direction of first vector. Now, in another way, if I draw a perpendicular from the end point of P on Q, you will see this will be the perpendicular drawn from end point of P on Q. This is the perpendicular. Let this perpendicular is at point N. What you will see that this ON ON is component of P along Q. This vector ON, what this vector ON is? Vector ON is component of vector P along vector Q, and magnitude of ON is equal to P cos theta. Now I will write it in different way. This vector P dot vector Q is equal to Q into this Q into P cos theta. Now it is Q into P cos theta is what? P cos theta, it is component of P, vector P along Q. Therefore, scalar product of two vectors may be defined as the magnitude of one of the vector and the component of other vector in the direction of first. It is possible in both way. P into component of Q along P, or Q into component of P along Q. This is what the first characteristic states, that the scalar product of two vector is the product of magnitude of a vector and component of another vector in the direction of first. The second characteristic states that the scalar product of two vectors obeys the commutative law of multiplication. Now, if two vectors are such that they are parallel to each other, for two parallel vectors or two vectors which are in the same direction, this is vector A and this is vector B, those are two parallel to each other, the angle between the two is equal to 0, and we know that the value of cos 0 is equal to 1. In that case, the scalar product of two vectors, vector P dot vector, vector A dot vector B, vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos 0, and cos 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, it should be equal to A into B only. Therefore, the scalar product of two parallel vectors is equal to product of magnitude of two vectors only, because cos 0 is 1. If two vectors are anti-parallel to each other, two vectors are anti-parallel to each other. Anti-parallel vector means that the two vectors are such that they are parallel to each other but they are in opposite direction. In that case, angle between the two vectors is equal to 180, and cos of angle 180 is equal to -1. In this case, the scalar product of two vectors, vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos of angle between them. The angle between the two is 180, cos of 180 is -1, and therefore we will get a result minus of A into B. Therefore, scalar product of two anti-parallel vectors is equal to negative of the product of magnitude of two vectors. Now, thereafter, if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, one vector is vector A and other vector is a perpendicular vector B, the angle between the two is equal to 90 degree. Then this cos of angle 90 is equal to 0. Here angle between the two vectors theta is equal to 90 and cos 90 is equal to 0. In this case, what you will see that vector A dot vector B is equal to A into B into cos of 90, but actually cos 90 is 0. Therefore, the dot product of two perpendicular vectors is 0. And it is very interesting to see this one. The scalar product of two non-zero vectors, both the vectors are non-zero. Scalar product of two non-zero vectors is 0 if they are perpendicular to each other. Scalar product of two non-zero perpendicular vectors is 0, and the converse of this statement is also true. What it is? If the scalar product of two vectors is equal to 0, then the two vectors must be perpendicular to each other. मित्रांनो, तुम्हाला हे माहिती आहे की दोन संख्यांचा गुणाकार तेव्हा आणि तेव्हा 0 असतो जेव्हा दोघांपैकी एक 0 असतो. पण इथे गंमत अशी आहे की यातला A पण 0 नाही, B पण 0 नाही. ह्या दोघे एकमेकाला परपेंडिक्युलर आहेत आणि cos ऑफ 90 ची किंमत 0 आहे. म्हणून A आणि B ही दोन नॉन झिरो वेक्टर्स परपेंडिक्युलर टू ईच अदर असतील तर त्यांचा स्केलर प्रोडक्ट 0 असतो असं आपण सांगितलं. बरं, हे एवढंच नाही तर दोन वेक्टर्स एकमेकाला परपेंडिक्युलर असतील तर त्यांचा स्केलर प्रोडक्ट 0 आहे. आणि एवढंच नाही, जर दोन वेक्टरचा स्केलर प्रोडक्ट जर 0 आला तर ती दोन वेक्टर्स एकमेकाला परपेंडिक्युलर आहेत असं समजायला हरकत नाही. One of the important characteristic of a scalar product is self dot product. What self dot product is? A scalar product of vector with itself. वेक्टरचा स्वतःचा स्वतःशी स्केलर प्रोडक्ट. आता A हा वेक्टर आहे. लेट अस कन्सिडर A इज अ वेक्टर. प्रोडक्ट ऑफ वेक्टर A with vector A, that is scalar product of A with vector A is the self dot product, is equal to magnitude of first vector, magnitude of other vector, angle between the two. Here it is a single vector whose angle with itself is equal to 0. Cos of 0 is 1. Therefore A into A square cos 0 is 1. Therefore scalar product of vector with itself is equal to square of its magnitude. Now with this explanation we will go for next, that is what will be the scalar product of unit vectors. We will see what will be the scalar product of rectangular unit vectors. Scalar product of rectangular unit vectors. Now I is the unit vector in the direction of x-axis. J is the unit vector in the direction of y-axis. K is the unit vector in the direction of z-axis. Then vector I cap I is equal to vector j cap j is equal to vector k cap k. It is self dot product. Self dot product is equal to square of its magnitude. Magnitude of I is 1, magnitude of j is 1, magnitude of k is 1. Therefore the self dot product of unit vectors is equal to 1. Self dot product of unit vectors is equal to 1. Then self dot product of the two unit vectors perpendicular to each other, vector I cap j, vector j cap k, vector I cap dot j, vector j cap dot k, vector k cap dot I is equal to 0 because I is along axis, j is along y axis, j is along y axis, k is along z axis. No, these two are perpendicular to each other. J and k are perpendicular to each other. K and I are perpendicular to each other. All the three are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, the scalar product of any two perpendicular vectors is 0. Therefore, I dot j, j dot k dot I is equal to 0. At the same time, scalar product obeys commutative law. Therefore, j cap vector I, k cap vector j reverse the order of multiplication. In that case also you will get the same product, that is equal to 0. We know that a vector is represented by its components in a space. Therefore, vector A, it can be represented by vector I cap ax plus vector j cap ay plus vector k cap az. Vector A is represented by vector I cap ax plus vector j cap ay plus vector k cap az. I cap ax is the component of vector A along x-axis. J cap ay is the component of vector A, rectangular component of vector A along y-axis. Vector k cap az is the component of vector A along z-axis. I cap is unit vector along x-axis, j cap is unit vector along y-axis, k cap is the unit vector along z-axis. In a similar manner, if I take another vector which can be represented by vector B is equal to vector I cap dx, vector j cap by plus vector k cap bz. Then the dot product or the scalar product of vector A and vector B. Dot product or scalar product of vector A and B. I will take I cap dot I cap. I cap dot I cap, it is equal to 1, therefore it is 1 into ax bx plus this I cap dot j cap. I cap dot j cap is 0 into ax by. Obviously, in multiplication, if it is 0, the total comes out to be equal to 0. Then I cap dot k cap. Now, these I cap and k cap are perpendicular to each other. The dot product of perpendicular vectors is 0. Therefore, I cap dot k cap is 0. If we go for the next we will get j cap dot I cap. J cap dot I cap is 0 because j is along y axis, I is along x axis, and these two are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, j cap dot I cap is 0. Ay by in multiplication, the total comes out to be equal to 0. J cap dot j cap. J cap dot j cap is 1. 1 into ay by plus j cap dot k cap, it is equal to 0. The next is k cap dot I cap. Obviously it is 0 because k and I are perpendicular to each other. K cap dot j cap, again it is a 0. K cap dot k cap is 1, therefore it is az bz. In short, I will write vector a dot vector b is equal to ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. This is what we will get, the scalar product of two vectors if the two vectors are represented by its components. Now you may not call these as a characteristic, but you can treat as an example of a scalar product of two vectors. We know that work is the scalar product of force and displacement. How it is so, we will see. Let us consider there is a horizontal platform on which there is a rectangular wooden block. Now a string is tied to a rectangular wooden block and a force is applied on the string to pull the rectangular wooden box. The displacement of the wooden block, let it is equal to S. F is the force and S is the displacement. The angle between the force and displacement is equal to theta. Now, the direction of displacement in the direction of a force, though force is making some angle theta with the horizontal, the component of force in the direction of displacement is F cos theta. इथे बघा फोर्स असा तिरपा लावलेला आहे आणि डिस्प्लेसमेंट हॉरिझॉन्टल आहे. मग फोर्सच्या दिशेत डिस्प्लेसमेंट नाही आहे. डिस्प्लेसमेंट फोर्सच्या दिशेत नाही आहे तर फोर्सच्या कंपोनंटच्या दिशेत आहे. तर डिस्प्लेसमेंटच्या दिशेतला कंपोनंट कोणता आहे? एफ कॉस थीटा हा डिस्प्लेसमेंटच्या दिशेतला कंपोनंट आहे. Then I will write work done is equal to the magnitude of the force F cos theta and the displacement in the direction of a force. This is the force and the displacement in the direction of a force. Here displacement is not in the direction of actual force, displacement is in the direction of component of a force. Therefore the force in the direction of displacement or displacement in the direction of force, if you take in either of the way, you will get work done is equal to F cos theta into S, or it is Fs cos theta. Therefore work done is equal to the scalar product of force and displacement. Work done is the scalar product of force and displacement. Now, the power is rate at which work is done. It is work upon time. Power is rate at which work is done. Therefore, I will write it as vector F dot vector S divided by T, and therefore it is vector F dot S by T is what? It is the displacement per unit time. The displacement per unit time is velocity. Therefore, power is the scalar product of force and velocity. Here, force is a vector quantity, velocity is a vector quantity, but the scalar product or dot product of force and velocity is the power. More is the power, more is the velocity. Please subscribe, like and share this video channel. Thank you very much.